Now we go to shift. That is the first change. Movement is done. Then we have shifts. A shift in the demand curve is as a result of a non-price factor. So look at what I wrote here. I wrote shift in demand curve can be as a result can either be to the right or to the left. Factors that brings about a shift in demand curve are what? Non-price factors. Now that we're talking about a non-price factor, it implies that price remains constant. So the variable we have now are the non-price factors. Price is what? Fixed. It's not changing. Is it making sense properly? Is it making sense or not? You don't get it?
Yes.
I'm going to explain again. When we talked about movements, movement is all about a change in price. Other factors are constant. During the movements, price is fixed. The price is changed. It's a variable. It changes, it increases or decreases. Other factors are fixed. They do not change. So because price is fixed, because price can change, there's movement along the demand curve, which is either contracting or expanding. Movement is done. Now there are other factors that will make us to buy a marker aside the price. We've talked about the price already. Price will bring about contraction or expansion, movement. Those other factors that would make us to buy a product aside price are non-price factors. Trend, income, consumer taste, how the good is appealing to you, price of complementary product, price of substitutes. These are not price factors, they are non-price factors. Do you get it now? Does anyone have, you don't try when I'm talking. When I tell you don't try it, I'm just helping you. Because you cannot write as well understand. Because when you write it to make sense. You write with your mental, you write with your mind. How do you want to separate your mind when you are writing and at the same time you want to listen? You're not going to. You can't do those two things together. You can't eat your cake and have it. You can't. Either you forget about writing now and listen. That's why most of the time you get questions wrong in the exam, because you don't listen to the details. Some things I would not write, but I would say. Some things I would say, or I would write, and I won't say. Because it's explanation, it comes. Not everything that I said is on the board. So why are you not going to listen? So when I'm talking, you stop writing, you focus. So that you can be curious about questioning. You can come up with questions too. You are writing at the same time you are listening to me, you can't. So we go to factors that brings about a change, a shift to the left or to the right of the demand curve. Can you see that properly, please? So the first factor we're going to talk about is the price of a complement. What are complementary goods? Complementary goods are goods that we demand jointly. Just like my laptop and the charger. I can't continue to use my laptop without a charger. Can I use it without a charger?
No.
So a charger and a laptop are complementary. Yes or no?
Yes.
So a rise in the price of one might affect the demand for another. Is it making sense?
Yes.
Do you get the point I'm making or not, please?
Yes.
It's like a word that comes with mark.
Yes. Car and fuel. You need fuel to fuel your car. So if the price of fuel increases, the demand for powered cars might also reduces.
Reduces.
Yeah, if the price of fuel increases, the demand for powered cars might reduce.
Decrease.
Yeah, it reduces, decrease. Do we get it or not, please?
Yes.
So the first one we're going to talk about is the price of complement. A complementary goods are goods that are jointly demanded. For example, fuel and car. A rise in the price of fuel would reduce the quantity demanded of cars, and vice versa. So if the price of fuel reduces, the quantity demanded for cars might also rise. So that will bring about a shift in the demand curve. We're not talking about price. We're talking about other factors aside price. So, This can be graphically represented as this. There's a rightward shift in the demand curve from D1 to D2. Yeah. There's a rightward shift in the demand curve from D1 to D2. Why? Because there's a fall in price of fuel. Causes the demand for quantity demanded for cars to increase. A fall in price for fuel has brought about the quantity demanded of cars to increase. A rightward shift in the demand curve. Do we get a rightward shift here? The price of fuel, which is used for cars, they are complements. The price of fuel has reduced. The quantity demanded for cars increases because it becomes cheaper to buy fuel for cars because we need fuel for cars. This is not price, it's a non-price factor. Do we get it or not?
Yes.
Do we get it or not, please?
Yes.
So this is a fall in price of a complement. A rise in price of complement will shift the demand for cars leftward from D1 to D2. If the price of fuel increases, the quantity demanded for powered cars that use fuel might also reduce. So the price of a product, the price of a complementary product, an increase in the price of a complementary product might bring about a reduction in the quantity demanded of its complement. Is shift the same as movement? Is shift the same as movement?
No.
Do we get it first? Do we get it now, please?
Yeah.
That's the first point. The second one is the price of a substitute. When we talk about substitute, we're talking about goods that serve the same purpose. Please focus here. When we're talking about substitutes, we're talking about goods that serve the same purpose. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they are substitutes. Yes or no?
Yes.
So let's assume the price of Coca-Cola is $5 and Pepsi is the same as $5. There's an increase in the price of Pepsi to $6. That will bring about a reduction in the quantity demanded of Pepsi and an increase in the quantity demanded of Coca-Cola. Do we get it or not? So an increase in the price of a substitute reduces the quantity demanded of that product and increases the quantity demanded of its rival product. Do we get it or not here?
Yes.
So look at it this way. We're using Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Let's assume the price of both of them are 5. Now Coca-Cola has increased its price to 6. Pepsi remains at 5. Which one do you think consumers will buy more?
Pepsi.
Both Pepsi and Coca-Cola are selling at 5. Coca-Cola increases to 6. Pepsi leaves at 5. Which one do you think customers will buy more? Pepsi. So it means the quantity demanded for Pepsi would what? Would increase. It will shift the demand curve for Pepsi rightward from D1 to D2. Do we get it?
Yes.
But a fall in price of Coca-Cola to 4 and Pepsi leaves it at 5. We shift the demand for Coca-Cola to what? Rightward also. Do we understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Any question about substitute?
No.
The first one we talked about, sit down properly please. Sit down properly like in a classroom. Like in a classroom. Yeah. You focus like this, not like you just sit down like it's a classroom. Do you get the first point here? We talked about complementary goods. A rise in the price of a complementary good reduces the quantity demanded of its complement, shifting the demand curve leftward. Substitute goods are goods that serve the same purpose. A rise in price of one reduces the quantity demanded of that and increases the quantity demanded of its rival products. Rightward shift or leftward shift. The next one is level of income. When we talk about income, we're talking about the amount of money we make or we earn. So if my income increases, the quantity demanded of goods will also increases. But when it comes to income, we have two things. We have normal goods and inferior goods. Normal goods, inferior goods. Why do we call them normal goods? We call them normal goods because these goods are goods we tend to buy when our level of income increases. So when we have money with us, when we have enough money, those goods that we think about buying, those restaurants that we think about going to, because we have enough money, those are goods that are tagged normal. So those goods that we fall back to buying when we don't have enough cash with us, they are what? Inferior goods. Do we understand normal and inferior here?
Yeah.
So if, when I don't have cash, I remember to buy this kind of marker, it means this marker is what is an inferior marker. If I don't buy this when I have enough money with me, it means I want to go for a better one. I'm just citing an example here. So goods that comes to our mind whenever we don't have enough income, they are what? Inferior goods. Goods that come into our mind when we have enough money are what? Normal goods. Do we understand the difference between a normal good and inferior good?
Yes.
Stand up. I was right all the way, but I wanted to show that I was right. Do we get it here or not? Do you understand normal and inferior goods? An increase in the demand, an increase in your level of income. If your income level increases, the demand for normal goods will what? Would rise. Increase in income. Increase in income. So these goods, you better stop this already.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ask me a question.
You don't ask questions, you ask me.
Okay.
So doing is
Please, I don't want to hear whatever you're saying. You just focus here because you're going to get zero if you're not.
Okay.
We're talking about income, the amount of money we'll earn. If our level of income increases, the demand for certain products, which are normal goods, normal, the demand would rise because our level of income has increased. At that point in time, the demand for inferior goods would what? Would fall. Are we getting this situation here?
yeah.
The situation is about our income. Our income has increased. Because our income has increased, the demand for normal goods increases. So this is considered to be what? A normal good. And because the demand for this is reducing, based on the fact that our level of income is increasing, this is an inferior good. If our level of income falls, the goods that we think about buying will be what? Inferior. So the demand for inferior goods will rise if the level of income what? Drops. At that point in time, the demand for normal goods would what? Would fall because we don't have enough income to buy them. Do we understand the shift now?
Yes.
There's a shift, there's a righteous shift in the demand for normal goods if income increases. If income reduces, demand for these would what? Would rise. Do we understand shift now? Any question up to now?
No.
Good. The next one is consumers' expectation. So before I go into this, let's use this graph to explain this again. We talked about income level. Remember I said price will remain what? Constant. At any quantity level, the price is what? Is still the same. But what changes is what? The quantity demanded. So an increase in your level of income would increase the quantity demanded of your product, shifting it from D to D2 and Q to Q2 because your income level has increased for normal goods. Normal goods. At that point in time, inferior products, the quantity reduces. It will shift from D to what? D1. Q to Q1 for inferior goods. Do we get it?
Yeah.
They are the same graph, but I'm putting the graph together here. A rightward shift, a leftward shift. Rightward shift, leftward shift. They are the same graph. But what I'm telling you is that price is what? Constant at any given level of output. The price is not changing. Or does price change here? Price is the same as Q1. Price is the same as Q. Price is the same as Q2 because price is fixed. What changes here is the quantity demanded. You better be here. Ask questions. This graph is the same as this. But I'm letting you to understand that price is still there, but price doesn't change because price is fixed. What changes is what? The quantity demanded. So at any price, at the same price level, the quantity demanded is changing because what is changing is the non-price factors, like income. A rise in income increases the quantity demanded for normal goods. A fall in income reduces quantity demanded for normal goods. A rise in income reduces the demand for inferior goods. Do we get it or not? Do we have any question?
No.
The next one is consumers' expectation. We're talking about
We already
yes.
took consumers' expectation. Yeah,
No.
you already told us.
I haven't. What did I say about consumer expectation? I haven't. For consumers' expectation, if consumers are expecting that the price of a product will rise in the future, they buy more now. I've not talked about that. Or have I? No. Do we get consumer expectation here?
No.
If it is expected that the price of this marker would increase in the future, we buy more now instead of waiting for the price to rise in the future. Do you understand the point I'm making or not?
Yes.
So if the price of a product is expected to rise in the future, the demand for the product would increase now, shifting the demand curve rightward from D to D2, because the quantity will increase from Q to Q2. Do we understand consumers' expectation here?
Yes.
Consumer expectation is about what the price will be in the future. If the price is expected to rise in the future, we buy now to be a rational consumer. Then presently the demand for it will increase, shifting the demand curve rightward. Do we understand consumers' expectation?
Yes.
Consumer taste. Consumer taste changes over time based on trends. So if consumer taste change in favor of a product, the demand for the product would rise, shifting it rightward. If the consumer taste changes if the changes is not favorable to consumers, the demand for it would reduce. If we don't like this product anymore, yes?
Can you go to the bathroom, please?
If we don't like this product anymore, the demand would what? Would fall.
Mr. Can I try that?
No. Do you get what I'm saying? No, please. Guys, please be here. Consumer taste is about preferences. Do we still like the product or we don't like the product? If we continue to like the product, the demand will continue to rise, shifting it rightward. If we no longer like the product, the demand would fall. The demand curve will shift leftward from D to D1.
Mr. Do you mean like a trend?
Yeah. Do we understand consumer taste and preferences here?
Yes.
And the last one is government regulations. If government regulations are favorable, consumers will be able to buy products. The demand curve will shift rightward. If government regulations are not favorable for a product, the demand curve will shift leftward because consumers will not be able to buy. For example, cigarettes or tobacco. If government increases or imposes taxes on it, the price increases. And because the price increases, smokers will not be able to buy as they used to buy. But most of the time they will buy because they are addicted to it. Do we get it? So there's a rightward shift in the demand curve because the demand for a product is increasing based on a non-price factor. There's a leftward shift in the demand curve because the demand for a product is reducing based on a non-price factor. Any question about it? Thank you. You can write.